Good morning.
Good morning.
How is everyone today?
Hello. Good morning, guys, and happy Thursday.
Happy. We move tomorrow.
Oh, yep. Yep. I was just saying before Mike turned the stream to live. That's weird. We're moving tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wow.
We still got a whole butt ton of packing to do though.
We really do. Today is Pack Central. It's packadaisical.
Packadaisical. You're making up words just to describe the situation we're in.
It's like lackadaisical, except it's absolutely not lackadaisical.
It's jam packadaisical.
Oh, that's awesome! Heck yes!
Yep. I'll be here all week, except I won't because I'll be gone tomorrow.
Thank goodness though, that I'll still be with you because I'll need your funds.
Yeah, there won't be a stream tomorrow either because we'll need to have packed up our computers in time for the moving van. So we'll probably do that last thing tonight, I guess. Yeah. I foresee us not sleeping, if I'm honest.
Oh no, really?
Wow.
You think it's gonna take that long?
Maybe if we like superpower it. Like.
We could do that.
Yeah.
We could do that. I mean, I believe that you're right is the problem. I think that we could do it, but I tend to underestimate stuff.
Yeah.
So, now that you've said that you don't think we can, I'm like, oh, we probably can't.
Let's be done by 3 PM.
Oh my god! Okay.
Let's do it.
I'll try.
Let's do it.
I mean, there's no harm in trying, right? Because I'd like to be able to get some more work done today. Well, I would.
That's your catchphrase though.
No, it's not.
Michael, I'd like to be able to get some work done today. May as well just be emblazoned on a jumper that you wear.
Oh my gosh. How cool would that be? If I could get like one of the same jackets and on the back and like really beautiful font and everything in some kind of 80s-esque graffiti font. There's just, I need to get more work done. Or I need to do more work today.
You don't understand. I need to do more work.
I need a t-shirt that says still secretly working.
Don't tell anyone, but the work still goes on.
My work will go on and on. Every night in my dreams, I open a spreadsheet. Anywho, how are you?
You never guess what I do. We came up with a pretty bitchin' song, or India did, and I'd listened in.
You helped.
There's a man and a toad and a warrior.
That one.
Oh, what one were you thinking of?
I don't know, there was a lot.
There was.
It was like a whole medley
Yeah.
happening at one point. It was really, really stupid. It was about a warrior who befriended every animal he met, and then it joined the song.
There was a goat and a bee and a horse and a
Frog and a toad and a goat. Can't forget the goat.
yeah.
I forgot the goat.
And
so
it
we
drowned.
ended up drowning.
Because he was the loneliest goat.
So I needed to write him out of the song in a convincing way. I like the one that we made up where we were both detectives.
Oh yeah.
That was my favourite.
Hey Arlene.
Aline! Jolene, we're moving tomorrow.
If you hadn't guessed.
Aline.
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 I did it wrong. I did it wrong. I did be known.
She did it wrong.
But now I'll do it right.
No. Yeah, so the detective song was that Swifty was the greatest detective and also the best murderer.
And also I was the press. And also I was the townsfolk. And also I was the one who was writing and listening to the song.
It wasn't complicated.
It was very uncomplicated. But I'd be the one where we were like 1950s. 1950s investigators. Before it got stupid. Oh, Gwen. You're a spider. What do you do in the back when you're stuck down the plug hole? Her face reminds me of Hollow Knight.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess she's more like Hornet anyway.
Yeah, she is.
Cause Hollow Knight's eyes are round.
This is true. Oh, and these are on the skulls.
Of her enemies.
You could say that Alina's a skullgirl. You could say that all girls are skullgirls.
Since they all possess a skull.
Yeah. You got it.
Ipso facto.
So we're all Team Skull secretly.
We're all skull people.
Did you play Ocarina of Time?
I did.
And you know the spiders in that?
I do.
What did you call them?
They're not skulltulas, like golds.
Ah. Yeah, that's what Aaron calls them too. Skulltulas.
What do you call them?
I think. Well, Aaron was playing this recently, Majora's Mask, and it had skulltulas in it.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, they might be called sculptulas because it's like a tarantula.
Oh, tarantula.
Yeah, tarantula.
Sculptula. Nah, skulltula sounds so much better.
That's exactly what Aaron says. Yay for having like your own way to pronounce things just because you like it that way.
Yeah, skulltula. Sculptula.
I know, I'm preaching to the choir. It's interesting though, isn't it, how you don't realise until you look at it that way, and then you're like, oh!
Yeah.
Oh!
Well, you just wouldn't pronounce the word spelt that way, like that. You just wouldn't.
It's like listening to Aaron again.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, but that's not the way it's spelled! Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you, you know.
Yeah.
I agree, like if I was also a kid and playing that game, I'd be like, Skulltula. And I would be like that now if I was playing the game, because I probably wouldn't put two and two together.
Nope. There's other instances where that's happened, but I'll be darned if I remember.
It's cool. You're an old man, we get it.
What?
You're an old man.
I'm not an old man.
An old bear.
Okay.
Just wants to hobble around his cave.
I do like to hobble.
Thinking about how old he is. I'm so old. I think this is all the time when people give him eyes and then he pronounces something in an unusual way.
That's fine.
Yeah.
As long as you know what they're talking about.
Exactly. Like as long as you're both on the same page, then you're like, oh, they mean this. Okay.
before like 1993, no one would even have known how anyone else pronounced Skulltula.
But now it's super important.
Because they just have been playing it in their bedrooms and it would have been fine. No one really talked to each other. Then Let's Play.
No one really talked to each other and then Let's Plays happened.
Yeah.
And now the world is much more social.
Yeah.
But, oh, what was I going to say?
Oh, probably something amazing.
No, I don't think it was anything amazing
Probably
at all.
something stupendous.
Probably something stupendous.
Stupendous is a stupid word.
Stupendous. Oh, I was going to say that, like when you see the YouTube comments and they're just like, oh, it's pronounced Cora.
Yeah.
Because the person in the video is saying Cora or something. It's like, come on. Who cares? Let them pronounce it any way they want. You know
It's a fictional character.
You know the character we're talking about. And besides which, the difference between Cora and Cora is so minute.
Yeah. It may as well not even be a difference.
It may as well not even be a difference. The time when it matters is when it's in real life. And you're like, hey, Caroline. And then it's like, no, it's Caroline. Only because I'm a person and it's my name. And if I'm going to interact with you for an extended period of time, it's going to be pretty weird. Unless you're doing it deliberately.
Caroline.
Caroline! I might as well tell you before you find out and feel embarrassed about it.
Right, yeah. Well, I found out that Michael can be spelled in lots of different ways.
Sometimes I call Michael Michael.
Why?
Oh, Michael.
But yeah, I've grown up and everyone like gets the A and the E mixed up at the end of Michael. And then I learned that there's a spelling where it is
Mikey.
E-A.
It's Mikey!
And it's just like, whoa. Why have I never Googled this before?
How do you know which one you are?
Well, apparently the Scottish one is not the one that I use, so, you know, thanks. Thanks, parents.
You could always start. I mean, you can call yourself anything. No one can tell you that you're not called that if they don't know you. And you don't have anyone who knows you by your actual name for them to interact with.
Well, it's a shame I don't. I've only ever went by a pseudonym.
Morning June himself.
Hello.
I like
Welcome.
that. I like that how it says I'd say Michael is my cool Doig.
I am your cool Doig.
That's awesome.
The coolest Doig you'll ever know. Except for Lexa. She's pretty cool.
It's Alexa Doig.
What?
Huh?
No, it's just Lexa.
Alexa Doig.
Yeah. She was on that TV show.
Which TV show?
Andromeda. Guess who she played?
Andromeda.
Yeah.
I'm so good.
So I'm doing some thumbnails to warm up.
I would be doing some thumbnails if they weren't covered in gloves. I'm drawing fingers.
Oh. I got it.
You seem tired.
Do I? Really?
Are you okay?
Do you reckon it's got anything to do with the fact that I was awake like 3 hours ago?
No. Well, maybe no. We were packing boxes. Because that's all we do now. That's what we do. We don't do art anymore. I don't animate anymore. I just pack boxes endlessly. It's really fun.
Tetris books into boxes to maximize space so that more books can go in the boxes so that we don't leave any behind because
no box behind.
Because maybe we don't have enough boxes, but I don't know, so I'll have to be careful.
Yep, we don't know until we finish packing the last box, and then we'll be like, there aren't enough boxes.
Yeah.
Ooh, Hardy's planning to put himself in the perspective room. Foreshortening! It has been foretold.
Foretold.
I believe that you are the chosen one, Hardic, who can do this task. Many have come before you and many have fallen.
And many will fall over your corpse when they too try this task.
I know, I believe in you. Only you. Morning, Grog.
Hey, Grog.
Morning, Grog.
I feel groggy.
Groggy. He's a groggy froggy. What music do you listen to today?
Ghibli, motherfucker.
Motherfoo. Oh, that sounds really nice. I was expecting something harsh and street, and instead I got something soft and comforting.
Motherfoo.
Motherfoo.
It's the grandmother of all kung fu.
5 days is motherfoo.
Don't pity the fool. She got apples.
I pity the fool. So, you're doing thumbnails, you were saying?
I am, yeah.
What kind of thumbnails?
Just like scenery ones. I'm trying to think up scenes for Raven King as I'm doing and just feeling out the values. Like she's going to the forest at the moment.
Ooh.
Just trying to think in binaries.
Raven King.
Du, 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 du.
He rules the iron wing.
No.
Raven
No.
King.
No. Foot down, stampy stamp, no.
Every morning he sings.
For when you're feeling a bit grog, have some tip.
Aww.
Yeah.
Yay, tea.
Where's my tea?
Where is my tea? How are you, Teep? Also, how are you, Grog? Oh, much better than yesterday. That's awesome.
Awesome.
Oh, I'm really happy.
Awesome.
Awesome. Like some kind of miner
Like
who's found lots of ore.
Oreo.
Oh, ooh, Oreos.
I wonder if they've ever done like an advert for an Oreo mine.
The only ore you'll ever need.
It's O. I guess it'd be EO. Or EO.
Oreo.
Oreo.
We just stole Disney's joke, didn't we?
Did we?
From Wreck-It Ralph.
Is that from Wreck-It Ralph?
Yeah.
When did they do that?
The Oreos are the palace guards.
Oh.
And they pace back and forth doing Oreo, Oreo.
Oh.
Got a laugh from me in the audience.
I guess.
They're just filthy joke stealers.
Comedy is the spice of to share, like.
Don't come near me, I'll steal your joke.
What kind of lunatic plans an Ocado delivery to come at 7:30 AM? One question. What is Ocado?
Do they deliver octopus avocados?
That's too genius.
I have heard of avocado before, but I've forgotten what they do. Maybe it's like a vegan store.
Ooh, that would make sense in the context of the delivery recipient. Maybe you're right.
Maybe I'm right.
7:30 is a pretty early time slot for deliveries. I'm just not gonna lie.
We have carpet cleaner being delivered from Tesco tonight
yeah.
at 10 o'clock.
Was it not 8 until 10?
Yeah.
Where do you think we should put all the boxes once we pack them? In the living room or in the bedroom?
If we can prop the bedroom door open, the bedroom will be okay. I feel like the living room might be easier so people come in and out.
Yeah, like a straight in and out.
We could even get them to park, like, I don't know if it's best for them to park out front, or if it's to carry it through the hall, or whether we just open the double doors at the back.
Ooh.
And then have them parked to the side.
Probably to the front. There'd be less distance to go. Because otherwise you'd have to walk up the length of the houses. So I'm going to say front.
Ocado are like Tesco, so they only do deliveries in their physical stores, and all the vans are electric.
Huh.
That's really cool.
We should look in to see if they have any Irish Ocados.
Yeah. Is it very expensive? Is it more expensive than, say, Tesco would be?
Swifty wants to know who she's helping.
Yeah,
if she switches.
for a friend. Are they more expensive than, say, oh, I don't know, Tesco? I love the silver cat, home of the fever.
Figures.
Figures. Whoa!
I'm awake.
I don't know if I am. But luckily today, there is something to keep me awake after the stream. And that is the landlord's bring round to check out the stuff which is like a bit broken with the flat that they need to fix before the new tenants come in.
Yeah. Honestly, I have no idea of the price difference because Tibbs is only the one that takes the thing in. She's not the one that buys it. I see. The sure aren't as cheap as Aldi. Aldi are amazing.
Yeah, I like Aldi.
Do you prefer Aldi or Lidl?
Aldi.
Okay. Why Aldi over Lidl?
Because Aldi is cheaper than Lidl.
Ah. Okay.
Aldi are the cheapest. The cheapest!
Okay.
That's why. That's what Bilbo Baggins takes.
Oh, Majorako started tracking it. Yeah, that might have seemed like it came out of nowhere. But
Thank
its
you,
name. Majorako.
Cool.
There's follow. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hello. It's on the Twitch. Hello.
Hello! How are you today?
They say, haha, that insomnia. Yeah.
Oh no, is it super late where you are? Or super early?
I think it's a combination of both.
Yeah, it's either, depending on which side you're looking at it from.
Sorry for sniffing so heftily.
Oh, why are you such a sniffer? What's
I
your
think
sniffers?
I think it's been all the dust through in the other room.
Yeah, we've dislodged a lot of dust. Unpacking and repacking things.
So I should say, I went through a lot of old sketchbooks yesterday, and I threw out about 80%. I'd say about 80% in there of the contents of my sketchbooks from years 2005 to 2011, 12. So
Mike has never thrown away a drawing,
I purged.
and now I'm trying to teach him the joy of throwing things away. How good it feels to get rid of like some of the baggage that you've been looking around.
So I reduced like a shelf of sketchbooks down into like a box, like a not filing cabinet thing, but like a box that has 3 drawers. And I'm gonna throw away all the spiral things and just keep those. I may eventually rebind them into like sketchbooks for each year, but I'm too lazy to do that right now.
Yeah, I don't think it's like super necessary. I think they're okay to just be somewhere you know where they are and be loose.
Keep it loose and casual.
Yeah, well that's up to you. Oh, that's your Arachno sword with Taz animated.
Ah,
Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad that you liked it.
that's awesome. Yeah, did that? While we were like packing and stuff yesterday, we had like stuff on the audio speaker, and I'd forgotten to close OBS, and so I heard like it's like 3 in a row people following the stream through the notification things. I was like, huh, I wonder what happened. But maybe Taz Animated got shown around or something.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, it's an awesome place to come and hang out. The stream chat is full of amazing artists and animators.
Yeah, just say like, hello, amazing people, and they'll be like, hello.
Yeah, did you ever want any advice or anything? Like everyone here is super chill and cool. Tibbs has the same curse that you do. Many sketchbooks with like 2 pages actually used. Mike does the same thing.
Yeah.
So many sketchbooks which are like completely like usable sketchbooks with tons of pages in them, but they have like 3 or 4 pages at the beginning that I use.
Yeah. Or they're like really dotted around sketches throughout that were like half ideas, half started, abandoned.
Hardik, don't put them up animated. Don't listen to Hardik. Damn it, Hardik.
You're supposed to reveal the truth after.
Yeah, get them like hooked in with the animation, and then they realise that it takes like a bazillion years and will sap your life force from you.
Hardik, we've talked about this. We've talked about it. Come on.
We've talked about this. Grog has many sketchbooks that they don't have the courage to look at anymore.
India threw out some sketchbooks as well. With beautiful, beautiful drawings in them.
I'm not as attached though to stuff like that. Like to me, I'm very much like I learned what I needed to learn from this. I'm good to like make that space in my life for more new stuff.
Yeah.
Unless it's something like these are the development sketches for this particular character, and this like actually shows why they are the way they are, or oh, this has awesome story stuff in it that I've forgotten that I want to keep around so I don't forget it again, or oh, this has great ideas in it that I never used.
Yeah.
Like I tend to be okay throwing stuff out. If anything, I tend to throw too much out.
I would agree. I think you are a bit more. I saved one of them. I almost cried.
What, because you saved it or because you almost didn't save it?
Almost didn't. It was like sketches for Frostbite.
Wow. Sometimes I throw things out and then I'm like, where is that? Oh.
Yeah.
But I think I'm addicted to the feeling of throwing things out. Because it feels so good to... It feels like every time you shed that layer of kind of of stuff that you've just accumulated and carrying around with you, you get a little bit closer to knowing who you really are.
Right, okay.
Because all of the stuff falls away and you realise you're not that.
Yeah, you exist without all that stuff around you.
Yeah, and I feel like every time I get a little bit more like, okay, so I don't need that, I don't need that, and I'm still me.
Yeah.
What am I? Deep existential crisis going on.
The thing is, though, is like that's a kind of record of. It's like a snapshot state of who you were before.
Yeah, but the thing is, it doesn't. The person I was before doesn't disappear with the stuff.
No.
And that's why I feel like you kind of learn who you are a bit more. It's because
Hello,
Elaine. Good morning. You tend to attach memories and experiences to items, like sentimental items that you got from this, or this person gave to you, or was from this time you were here.
Yeah.
And because they have sentimental attachments, they follow you around and you take them everywhere.
Yeah.
Throwing them away allows you to realise that, oh, throwing that thing away doesn't mean I didn't have that relationship, or I didn't go to this place, or I don't have that memory. Like, I still have the memories, I still did that, I still was that person. This is just a thing.
Yeah. I think it gets more complicated though that if the thing itself triggers a memory, and the fear that without the trigger the memory would fade.
That's fair. But that is the reason I keep some sketchbooks around. Is I'm like, I forgot about this and I probably won't remember this after today, but I want to. So I'm going to make sure that I keep the sketchbook around.
Yeah. But it did feel cathartic, like lifting all the weight of all the paper and put it into the recycling. Like literally feeling the weight of all the stuff I'd be carrying around.
Eileen says, you know more who you are, but who you are is never changing. Like, do you think you're more yourself than teenage you? Yeah, in a way. Like, I know that I'm ever changing. I think maybe getting rid of the stuff facilitates for that change. Because you're not keeping around relics from, like, not a previous version of yourself, but yeah, you're not keeping around relics from, like, an earlier life, almost.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say that, I guess I wouldn't say that I'm more me, but I'd say that every iteration I feel like I get closer to the person I want to be right now.
Yeah.
Because I can get rid of the stuff that I don't think I need, and keep the stuff I do think I need, and like hone myself more and more.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you keep lots of new sketchbooks to fill them.
Yeah, exactly, Eileen. You become more of who you are because you don't define yourself through material stuff. So you're not like you're not trapped in by that. Like, I don't want to keep looking back to the past. Of course, there's still some sentimental things that I keep, 100%. I just like going through that every now and then and being like, do I really need this? Like, do I still have the memory of this? Will I still value the experience without this object? Do I still feel the same way?
Yeah. Constantly rechecking yourself. It's interesting how many repeat drawings I found.
Repeat drawings?
Ali's like, burning is hella fun, but I don't do it anymore because of ecological concerns.
Yeah, that's cool. Good for you, Eileen. It's a shame because I know what you mean. There's a nice purging feeling to burning where you're like, oh, this feels spiritual and symbolic and cool.
It's properly gone when it's burned.
Yeah. But also, yeah, you don't want to destroy the planet. to this personality. It's entirely about her properties. The lady's looking at old comic pages and thinking that she feels pretty good about herself. Yeah. That's cool. It's nice to see how far you've come. I did look at some gosh awful horse drawings the other day.
I found some horse drawings as well. I threw those out.
My mum wants a house with a fireplace, so I'm a good excuse to burn drawings in winter when I visit.
Oh, Aline.
Yes.
It just comes with like a big rucksack. Like, I brought fuel!
Yeah. Like, I learned what I needed to learn from these, and now I can let them go.
At what point does the drawing, like, transcend its value to you and becomes more valuable to other people? Like, the drawings I wanted to keep were because I really liked them. And you were like, what would I do with them? I was like, you don't need to do anything with them. You done them. They're like out of you, but I like them. So I want to keep them.
Are they gonna go up on the wall?
Maybe.
I want to know you. I guess my argument was just that we take them from this place to the next place, and then they go back in a cupboard, not to be seen again until we're moving from that place, at which point we look at them again and look them from that place to the next place, and then they take up more space in the cupboard again, and then we never, like, it just goes on, we just drag it around forever. Because we're never willing to let go of it. And that is like, well, why are we clogging up our lives with something that we never look at?
Well, I said, oh, we could put it on the table for Thought Bubble, and you were like, no, I'm not proud of them. And it's just like, that is cool.
If I'm not proud of them, I don't want to display them to people as an example of my best work. But yeah.
It's a bit of both, Aline. It's sort of abstract, sort of like scenes. I don't have a particular scene in mind for them. I'm just sort of trying to create striking binaries with a little bit of mid-tone in there. Back when I studied painting drama, we would work out our paintings in this black and white form first. And really I'm more thinking about throwing things out than what I'm doing, so it's like therapeutic.
Did you find it useful to work that way, or did it not even feel like it was...
Working in binaries?
Yeah.
It was hard to get your head around at first. But it's definitely a strong way to group your values when you actually come to painting, and that's important when you want clarity and you want to Elaine just screamed binaries at me. So for example, you might have like two objects overlapping one another, and if you keep the values of both of them similar with a similar level of contrast, they'll group together and they'll recede back and won't ask you to look at them as much as something that maybe has a more interesting silhouette or more texture in it. But you can establish where those groups are in the binary. So it's not, a binary isn't a black and white version of your image. And it may not necessarily correlate to where lights and darks would be, but it's a fun little exercise. It's a great way to thumbnail composition ideas. So binary is essentially just black and white. Examples of what your eventual piece would be. Let me see if I can find find the ones I was doing studies of. Part of painting drama was we had to study like old masters paintings, and try and reduce it down into binary. So take what I'm about to show you with a pinch of salt, because I was still learning what the feck a binary was.
I just think it's cool that you're showing us. Yay! Really bad animation.
So here are my studies. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we were asked to do 25 of them. And we were to do them in pencil, so do it traditionally as well. I don't think this one was all that successful, but I probably would completely remove any of this actual bottom texture, or like, oh, it's difficult. Bah.
Go, Mike. You can do it.
Yeah, so oh man, I'm actually seeing where I've done it wrong. This is cool.
Looks like you've been learning.
Yeah. Like, this would probably be actually dark. This would probably be dark.
So how did you decide what's dark?
Oh, this is it's more like where would the group separations would be. Yeah, I'm trying to describe it. It's kind of like what would make logical sense to break it up to describe what's going to be in the painting. Oh shit.
So is it a readability thing, or is it like a tonal value thing?
It's a readability thing. It's not tonal values.
Okay, so it's more about separating out.
Yeah, separating out what the important shapes would be.
Than it is about being like, this part is dark.
Yeah. It's sometimes like, sometimes you get that. Like I would usually start with what would be light and dark as a basis, but sometimes you have to flip it so that the thing will read. Like a lot of the time you're playing with putting light on dark or dark on light to create increased contrast so that things are easy to distinguish from one another.
I think it's interesting that he made you do it with pencil.
I think it was just do it traditionally. I can't remember whether it was specifically pencil, but it was to really make you feel it, I guess. Like make it deliberately.
Elaine says that she remembers sobbing when she was doing this because she was so frustrated. I think you had a similar experience. I remember you getting like super frustrated trying to do the painting drama exercises at one point.
Yeah.
I think for you it was there was a week in which you had to, was it use lots of different, no, it was doing binary comps. It was just like the thing which broke you out of it was trying lots of different media.
No, you're remembering the time where we had to like super play.
Ah, that might have been it, yeah.
And I was intimidated by that. But it was fun once I got into it.
wants to try this herself.
Well, yeah, we had a week, Aline, to do these. Plus, also, I think we were supposed to come out with a binary comp for our own painting.
And yeah, Lee, I think this was all in a week, wasn't it? But
Yeah.
It was pretty intense.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. I freaking love this painting though. Bougereau's like, I think it's something satire in the nymphs. I freaking love Bougereau. Like, if anything that I took away from painting drama, aside from learning how to about composition, it was I freaking love Bougereau.
That's pretty cool. It's a good thing to learn. I wanna be like you, oh do I walk like you, talk like you, ooh. You see it true. Someone like me can learn to be like someone like you. And it says, are you supposed to do only 2 values, black and white?
Yeah. Yeah, the reason they're so sketchy and like lots of values and stuff is just my like using the medium. No worries, Madraco. It's cool. Yeah, so what India was talking about the mixed media stuff was me doing this. This sort of thing. Oh. I'm gonna need to get a new composition because it's way bigger. Come on Photoshop, give me. There we go. So I was just sitting on the floor.
You're like, how do I play?
And you can see Vivian's painting there. I was using toothbrushes, all sorts to create like messes effectively. So I would have sheets like this sort of thing. And what you would do is like put all the masking tape down, and then at the end you would remove the masking tape, and it would do very similar to what I'm doing right now. It would reveal like these sort of things.
So you would just randomly put paint everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And then you would peel off the masking tape, and they would be separated into these different compositions.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find where I uploaded the ones that I got.
Yeah, and then you would look over them and decide which ones you liked and thought you could use. See what you could see in them.
Aline's going nuts.
I want painting drama! Elaine loves the mixed media.
I don't think I have all the images of all the sheets without the with the things taken off. Uploaded to Imager. That's really strange to me.
That is really weird.
Why wouldn't I do that? I mean, I've got this. Which was like we had to It's very blurry, but we had to like share them with other people as well. So these are really blurry things because we were like sending them back and forth to one another. But here's some of the compositions that I got. So this would be the scan. This would be like what actually happened on the page, and then this would be a cleaned up thing to that I did to show what it could be. So I thought this was a cool samurai dude in front of like a boat castle or something like that. I saw these as floating airships. This was like a mountain winter scene. Like the texture that came out of like just random shit was so cool. Like this looks like cloud and fog and like moss and
I really like that kind of way of working where you're like embracing mistakes.
Yeah.
And like expecting the mistakes and working with the mistakes.
I really like this one as well. I saw sort of these sneaking wolves on a campfire, and then this one was really cool. I saw a centaur archer here, and a really big bird being like, "Hey, what you doing?" It's like looking at him. So I eventually took this one forward, this airship skyline thing, and I made made this, although I never really properly finished it, and it's actually like a flip of it. It's a big sky turtle thing being stolen. Hey, Paul.
Hello, feed fancier.
I think I actually lost some of the cool dynamicness of these shapes. I think I might have rotated it, and it would have been cooler if I hadn't. Yeah. Now that I'm looking back at them, like it feels like it started like that. Anyway.
This is the right chat.
This is the right chat.
This is the correct chat. Everyone in here is super cool and nice and chill and just amazing artists and creative people.
One of the things it did while I was working with the inks, I think it was India inks, is I diluted it with Coca-Cola, and that created some really cool kind of like variance in the tonal values.
What did it do?
Well, it dripped a lot more for one thing, but it created more things like more things like this stuff with the ink. Rather than being pure black, there was more like cloud shapes in it. It was real nice. So there you go. There's a takeaway for you. Mix India ink with Coca-Cola and go nuts.
As part of a balanced breakfast.
Yeah. So if I was to recreate that digitally, I could effectively like do this and just go like this sort of thing, but it doesn't feel as spontaneous as actual media. For feed. I'm working on some binary composition ideas for a story I want to tell. And India, you are animating Spider Gwen.
Spider Green.
Green.
Yeah, I'm doing a little Spider Gwen animation. Because I really like the design. It's very cool.
Ooh, Elaine says mixing ink with whiteout had some cool effects too. Doing drops in it across wet ink spots created cool crystallized effects.
Ooh.
That's awesome. What do you think our new flatmate would think if we did more of these pages of thumbnail?
I think so long as we kept the flat tidy.
Maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I need to rotate my entire thing. I need to rotate my entire state of being.
Awesome. You could rotate the canvas and just do it every time it plays. Joke. It's like,
It's okay, I was just trying to figure out how much I need to rotate and how to do this.
oh, good idea, Doig. Storyboarding usually is your least favorite part of the animation process. It's a good way of getting rid of all the white. Yay.
Man, I love storyboarding. There's so much pressure attached to it though.
Creative decisions.
That's what I don't like, is how much pressure there is.
Yeah, because a lot of the pipeline is problem solving, where you try and figure out how to bring something to how to make something happen. Whereas storyboarding is like problem creation, like how with your limitations that you have to decide yourself, or sometimes like there's external limitations. You have to create the problems for the rest of the team to solve.
Yeah.
And make sure your problems will be interesting. Oh, you're gonna bounce, Grog. You're gonna bounce, are you? You gone. You going.
One.
Fair enough.
One.
Thanks very much for joining.
Thank you very much, Grog. Have a great day at college. What is everyone else up to today?
Oh, I can't answer that.
Yes, you can.
Packing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I'm doing these, I'm usually trying to think big shapes to small shapes. So I define like an area where I can have something contrast. Although this is very kind of center, which might be a bit.
What's wrong with central compositions?
There's nothing inherently wrong. I think you just have to be mindful of what you're doing when you're doing it. There's a lot of power in centering something, but usually people place things more on thirds.
I think that's something that you see amateurs do a lot. Is nothing but central compositions.
Yeah, it's interesting. Ghibli use a lot of central compositions as well.
They sure do. But they always use it in particular moments. They pick and choose based on what's going to have the most impact.
Yeah. I'm still using this phrase. Animation is problem solving, storyboarding is problem creation. It's problem creation because you're like, okay, in the storyboards, you're setting out an event to happen in such a way, and then animators or the people that come after you need to animate that shot.
Like it's going to throw their own problems for them. Like it's going to.
Or they
like
need
for
to.
example.
They need to. So like a puzzle almost. Yeah, they have to figure out how they're going to animate that shot.
Mm-hmm. So you have to. What was it you were saying the other day? Like you have to create enough problems that it's interesting for the animator, but not so many problems that it's a pain. Like nobody wants a scene where there's nothing to solve. It's just like,
yeah.
oh, okay, it's just this. I guess I'll just do what the storyboard says then, because there's no creative freedom in that. We want to be able to put ourselves into our work and make it unique to us and feel like we're doing something cool.
Yeah.
And solving problems. But equally, you don't want a scene where it's just like, I can't do this. How the heck can I do this? Like, there's no way this will work. You know, the storyboard artist is doing stuff which is beyond the capabilities of the design.
Yeah.
And in that case, you maybe made too many problems, or haven't made the right ones.
Yep. There you go. That's yeah. And then there's it can be really fun and satisfying though. But I think that's where you're talking about how difficult it can be sometimes.
Mm-hmm. I think sometimes it does help to get bored from someone who animates alone. But other times, people who animate make decisions that can be frustrating as well. For example, I animate, and when I'm bored, I tend to fill in too much information. So I don't give the animators anything to solve, because I enjoy animation so much, I end up solving them myself in the storyboard.
Yeah.
Like I did a storyboard once, and some of it was like on 2s. In fact, some of it was on 1s.
Yeah.
And at that point, like, you're more just dictating to the animator what to do.
You were really worried about that, and then you met them, and they were like, "Thank you."
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, in that instance, because I had such a tight deadline, having really dictated boards was actually a boon, because it meant that they could just blast through shots really fast and get everything just basically drawing over the storyboard.
Yeah.
But if you have time to explore, you don't generally want that.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
So I think animators have the advantage that they think about the movement, and so you can get a really nice flow from them, because they're seeing everything move in their head.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say more so than other people sometimes, but on the other hand, other people might be able to give you boards which are choppier and allow more room for creative freedom.
Yeah. They're like more just the rough idea of it. It really depends on what you're animating or what you're making.
Yeah, and I think it depends on the person more than anything.
Like if you look at Hayao Miyazaki's boards, they're very hands-on. Yeah, Brian is saying that there's a big variance in it. I think it varies on a project by project basis.
Any thoughts on the board tells a story? One would not care about people getting to work after you.
That's not how a pipeline works, Ali.
You need to be mindful of the people after you in the process. Like, how much work am I giving these people? So if you have a very short deadline for something, you're going to want less intensive animation.
Or you're going to want to think about reuse of background keys.
Yeah, like economy, essentially, in your storytelling.
Like, where is this set?
Because otherwise your animators aren't going to be able to hit the deadline on time. Because the stuff you've given them is so complicated to do
Yeah.
that they're going to miss the deadline.
But a lot of this is iterative as well. Like, you'll do a first pass of the board and it'll come back with suggestions. If it's going to a team, they'll input on it as well. Maybe this would be cool if it was set here instead, so we don't have to create 8 more backgrounds, because, you know, Lindsay is off that week and Tom, you know, he's going to be hungover.
Because of the office party.
Yeah.
Or for example...
I'm just making people up, by the way.
Yeah. Or for example, we should probably have it just go straight back and forth between the two characters here with 3/4 shots of the conversation, rather than interspersing it with like low angle shots or anything.
Yeah.
Because that means that the animators can reuse poses from previous scenes, which will ease the workload on them. In Boulder, because they use 2D rigs, there was a lot of stuff where, because 2D rigs only had like facial expressions and head poses for straight on, 3/4, side, back. When we got something from storyboards which was like a low angle or a high angle or like a low angle semi 3/4 shot, something which was away from the norm, we had to just iron it out into something else.
Oh,
because
right,
we just
okay.
couldn't, like, I mean, I always tried to hit them by just like really manipulating the rigs and breaking them.
Yeah.
But it does take more time to do that because you're having to create like completely new
shapes.
Yeah, exactly, new things.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, it's really fun. It's very collaborative.
More so than probably other media.
Yeah, I think so. And it's a lot of fun to see what people do with the boards that you give them.
You were saying it was like weird seeing them come back and that you hadn't animated it, but it suddenly existed, sort of thing.
It was very weird for me, yeah, because I'm used to being the one who's doing the animating, sending off boards, and then like a couple of months back, getting just an animation back. It was like, what the F is this black magic? How has this thing come to be?
How do you exist? Ah! Did I sleep animate again? Oh, cool. Pete Fancier says, well, you guys inspired me to stream too. I'll be keeping an eye on you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you, Pete Fancier.
And hope streaming goes well for you.
Yeah. Have a good time.
Not really liking this one. It's a very kind of like, he's in the arch. So I'm gonna...
Also, if you fancy it, feel free to drop the link to your stream as well in the chat so that people can like follow you. I don't think the chat accepts links, but if you put a space in it, then you can fool it. And people can just delete the space when they paste it in.
What the hecky?
Yeah, exactly, Eileen.
This was in my brain, and now it is on the screen!
Exactly. Some kind of strange magic.
Yeah. This is kind of cooler.
Killer. Amazing. Okay. I might just copy this bit. Where is that appearing even? Where are you? I don't know. I guess I'll just have to keep working on it like this since I can't seem to figure out.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to copy and paste a layer.
And it
because
creates a new frame, I think. Or what's?
yeah, but it's not appearing. Like I paste it and it appears in my layers, but not on my screen.
But not on the timeline. That's weird.
I just have to do this.
You could link if you're a moderator, Beach Fancier. Just I think they're trying to prevent people from spamming streamers' chats.
Oh, Hardik, don't worry. Everybody is always super scared of that,
Oh yeah.
but I'm sure you would do a great job in a team project. You just gotta have a cool team. Which in studios you almost always do because they've been hired by the studio directly because they work well in teams and do good work.
Yeah, they've been curated rather than
University projects
yeah.
where there's always someone who's carrying the weight and then other people who are just there for the free ride.
Oh yeah, save your stuff.
Save your stuff. Die. How does it go? Oh, it's the boy band, isn't it? That kind of shape.
Good night, Paul.
Night night, Paul. Thank you for coming and hanging out.
Yeah, thank you. I need to come up with better compositions than this.
What's the problem?
I'm just I don't know what specific. I think it's because I don't have something completely in mind when I'm doing it. You know, like what is this image about, kind of thing. I got more of it on this one, but it's still not that great.
You could try doing the experimental thing again. Just getting some brushes and going mad.
Yeah.
And then, like...
refine back. Okay, yeah.
And then delete the cutters so that you're left with the compositions again.
Okay. Let's do this thing.
Let's do this!
How's you doing?
How's it going, gold?
How did you two meet each other, asked Speed Fancier?
Cool story. Do you want me to? Or do you
Yeah, go for it.
I think it was... Who had it who first?
I did you.
Okay. So, back when I used to use Facebook, I wasn't terrified of it. Mike saw my work. I think someone he knew probably shared it.
Yeah.
And he really liked it, so he followed me. And because he followed me, I checked out his work and thought it was awesome. I was working on a game with some friends at the time, and we were looking for someone to hire to do some concept art for us and take the weight off our shoulders a bit in terms of the producing the artwork. And so I contacted Mike and asked him if he'd be interested in helping us out, and that we would pay him to make some concept art for us.
Yeah.
So I had to like try and maintain being professional, but I'm not used to being a boss or a director of anything.
You were great.
So I found it very difficult to stay professional, and we ended up just chatting a lot and becoming really good friends. And then there was a point at which Mike was in Manchester for something, because usually he was in Scotland.
Yeah, I was travelling back from London, so it was I like took a pit stop at Manchester.
And I lived fairly close by to Manchester at that point, so I was like, oh my gosh, we should totally meet. Let's meet up and we can like hang out and go do some drawing and stuff.
Yeah.
So we met up and we hung out and we had like, we just walked around and talked and saw stuff in the city, and then Mike missed his train.
No. I decided not to get my train. I decided to try and stay at the hostel you were staying at, so that we could spend the next day hanging out.
And the girl at the reception desk was super nice.
Yeah.
And even though Mike didn't have his passport on him, she let him stay.
Yeah.
And then the next day we got brunch and we hung out more, and it was awesome. And we sat around in the sun and talked about Secret of Mana.
I got sunburned.
By that point though, we already really liked each other, because we'd been talking online for a good couple of months and had been even like voice calling and stuff and video chatting sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was the first time we met in person.
I think that was about it, really.
Yeah.
And then I came to visit you in the town you lived and met people, and it was all good.
Yeah, I met the rest of the team on the game. Just hung out, watched movies.
Well, so many movies.
And I asked him out, and he said yes.
Yeah. That's right, you did ask me. Sorry. You told me you liked me anyway.
Yeah.
You're the brave one.
I think it counts as asking to be like, I really like you as more than a friend. How do you feel?
Yeah. And I was sitting on the floor rewatching and rewinding the scene from How to Train Your Dragon where Toothless draws in the sand with a big stick.
I think there's met in a jungle. Bear was hunting the bird and then they fell in love.
Yeah, that's how it all works.
I'm a Brit, but
I'm also a Brit.
well, yeah, that's true. I'm English.
I'm Scottish.
And now we're both living in Ireland, which is a really nice place to live.
Which is the punchline to the joke.
But it is really expensive also, so beware if you're considering going to Ireland. It's a very expensive place if you're living in Dublin.
Yeah, we had to like really look hard to find a place, and even then it didn't really work. So we've kindly been offered a place to stay.
Which is like, well, thank you very much to the person who offered.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a bad frame, but I'll go back to it. It's a bad frame.
It's a good thing I like snowy mountainous environments. Da, 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 da. This is pretty fun. Yeah, thanks.
Oh, that's alright. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. I'm glad I could help. Oh, Paul, you really gotta go. Thanks for hanging out.
Okay.
And the Anamuti and the Pine. The Pine. They go good, thanks, Tibbs.
Yeah, I'm doing like a random page, and then I'm gonna like put these back on and see what's in the compositions. I might actually make the windows smaller, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I should make a dupe of this first then. Since the other thing requires it. Everybody take a minute to stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indy's gonna take a minute to go to toilet. Go to the loo.
The pony theme playing on the piano in the background makes it sound like you're at a barbershop. Yeah. Oh, Tibbs, you can do the things. Pa 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 pa. Ooh, it's kind of cool. I think I need to be less regular with shapes, so let's take a group of that. Alright. Well, I might actually do that as well. War. Smooshy, smooshy. gonna put like an overlay effect on this layer and see what happens.
Ooh.
That's a little cooler. Heck yeah!
Ooh. Oh, tips. Well, we steal all our great ideas from people who show us the great ideas. So
Yeah, I did not
we didn't
invent
come up
this.
with this. Oh, and for you fancy it, I am animating Photoshop, and there may very well be better bitmap animation tools. This just happens to be what I have to hand. And this animation I'd like to think in shapes rather than lines. And I find that using a program in which you paint rather than draw helps me to do that more. So that is why usually I'd use Toon Boom or Krita. But it just felt like for this one I wanted to like work in block shapes. And I'm pretty used to painting around in Photoshop, so it seemed like the easy option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are cool.
What are these?
I just made like a page of thumbs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, check out that one.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
What are you thinking it is?
I kind of see. I'm thinking of it as a like snowy mountainous environment. That's what I was doing with that in mind. So I kind of see it as like this is like a snow plain. Maybe this is like rock mountain in the background. There's like a gap in the mountain here. So maybe like this would be slightly higher in value or something.
So you're going to choose one to take forward?
I will later, yeah. I'm thinking I'm going to do another page.
You're having too much fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What about you guys? Do you have any tips or favourite techniques that you use when you're making art? Like especially boarding or deciding on compositions of paintings.
Tim says, speaking of Krita India, I know you're very bad at keeping things updated. Have you moved to Krita 4.0.1 yet?
Yes. I have not. It's on my to-do list. It's on my to-do list, baby.
It's gonna get done when everything else is done.
Which is probably never. I will update it at some point.
Maybe I should just run from one side of the room to the other, just like scoring across like.
One side of the room to the other.
Yeah.
Why?
Like there was an experiment in the effects of drugs on artists, and they gave this artist like different types of drugs in a controlled scenario and got them to. I think they were supposed to like paint the doctor that was administering the drugs or something, or maybe it was a self-portrait. And at one point, one of them, the artist was just like running from one side of the room to the other, painting with the paintbrush as they ran by.
So what? That's interesting. What were the effects? Like in terms of the finished product.
They gradually like, I think they could order it. I think. Okay, am I mixing up the experiments? Maybe it was just an more increased dose of one. But I think they just they could show what each portrait looked like. Maybe I'm mixing up with the experiment where they had spiders make webs under the effects of different stimulus.
Okay. For the artist one,
Yeah.
what was the effects of the experiment? Like, which art piece was better at the end?
Well, it's all subjective, really. Like, let me see if I can find it.
Yeah. I'd be really interested to see.
I just typed artist self-portrait, and the second thing in the list that Google's like, it's an artist self-portrait on drugs. There you go.
I looked over and I thought your binary was it then.
Let me look at this out of context first. This artist drew self-portraits on 50 different drugs. So yeah, this might have been the one. But
I'm looking over your shoulder. So.
This was acid.
Whoa.
Ritalin.
I'd be interested to see how he like drew usually.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Which one's that?
Pruno.
Okay, gotta get me some Pruno. I have no clue what Pruno is. He seems very organised.
I guess so.
About it, because he's got like. This one I took excerpts of things from newspapers or words and I collated them together.
PCP. This might not be the one that I remember. This might be just someone else going, that's a cool idea.
It's telling me less information than I thought it would be.
Yeah. Let me...
I will continue with these. It's on my to-do list, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe there was a different one.
Don't worry if it's a pain. It just sounds super interesting.
I think this was it. This was the one that I remember. It was different. It wasn't different drugs. It was, I think it was just LSD, but more and more of it.
Okay. These 9 drawings were done by an artist under the influence of LSD.
Part of the task conducted by the US government during its dalliance in cycling about the artist was given a dose of LSD 25 and free access to an activity box full of crayons and pencils. The subject was a medical guy that jabbed him.
Okay.
So after 85 minutes after the first dose, the artist says, I can see you clearly, I'm having a little trouble controlling this pencil.
That's cool. It's like he's actually explaining the effects of it on him as he's doing it.
Yeah. 2.5 minutes after the first dose. I feel as if my consciousness is situated in the part of my body that's now active. My hand, my elbow, my tongue.
That's cool.
Like 2 minutes after that, I'm trying another drawing. The outline of my hand is going weird too. It's not a very good drawing, is it?
I quite like the third one though, it's pretty awesome.
Patient follows quickly with another drawing. I'll do a drawing in one flourish without stopping. One line, no break. 50 minutes later, everything is changed. They're calling. Your face, interwoven. Who is? He changes medium to tempera.
Ooh.
4.5 hours. This is getting better.
Yeah, it's
After
interesting.
taking a break, the patient changes to pen watercolor. This will be the best drawing. Like the first one, only better. Well, I think it's starting to wear off. This pencil is mighty hard to hold. He is holding a crayon.
Is that the same one though?
I don't know what that's about. Yeah, they are the same picture. That's rubbish. 8 hours later, the intoxication is worn off. Patient offers up a final drawing.
That's really interesting.
I think they removed the one where he's running across the room. Wait, patient makes the last half a dozen strokes of the drawing while running back and forth across the room. There you go. I found it! Ah, don't you all feel like, yeah.
That's really cool. It's awesome to kind of see the effects.
There are new messages to read. The Vsauce guy took intense hallucinogens in the middle of the rainforest, guided by a shaman for his YouTube Red series, Minefield. What? Brian's like, oh my god, do you have to have YouTube Red to watch it? Good game.
Oh yeah, we watched Good Game.
Yeah. It was good.
It was okay.
The first episode was still kind of like my favourite, I think.
Yeah. Like, I enjoyed watching the drums act, but I don't think the script was my kind of thing. It wasn't particularly good, I don't think, the script. Some parts of it were really, really good.
Yeah, it did have its moments.
Yeah, it definitely had moments.
You were saying that you felt it a shame that they'd cast Aaron as someone that didn't really get to emote much or do much.
Yeah, like, Aaron's character's whole deal is that he's kind of apathetic. Like, he doesn't really care about anything.
Yeah.
And Dan's character's like super exuberant and like bouncy and active and happy. So most of the time Dan's like bouncing around and having all these like really fun lines and emoting a lot. And Aaron's job is to like stay stony faced.
Yeah.
And be the straight guy. And it was a little bit of a shame just because I felt like it would have probably been more fun for Aaron if he'd managed, like, if he had a role where he could have moved around and emoted more and really let go.
Yeah, like a full range of his
abilities. Like, in a way, I think casting Aaron as someone who doesn't emote much is like, I don't know. It's some metaphor where you get something that's very good at something and then don't use it for that purpose.
Bag of mashed cats.
It's like getting a bag of mad cats and then using it. Mashed cats. Oh my god, okay, never mind. It's went to a dark place.
Why would you put a cat into a bag and mash it? That's not what they're for.
I know. But yeah. I thought they both did a good job, so they were both good at acting. I enjoyed watching them.
Oh. Twitch Raids live bot. One viewer started watching you on twitchraids.live, which is a website that shows random streamers for 5 minutes. Viewers vote on a channel from a random pool of channels, and you were just selected.
Hey!
Oh.
Hello, one viewer!
How's it going, dude?
Whoever you be, welcome.
Yeah, we are currently making... Okay, so I'll show what I was doing before, which is creating cool compositions using random smart making. Yeah, which I'll later turn into painting singular.
I will later turn into painting.
So I'm just making, like, using some of the textured brushes that I have to create some interesting shapes.
Sandman. I need to stop singing that. It's in my head.
What is it?
It's a Game Grumps remix. It's just wedged right in there.
Right in your brain space.
Yep.
Right in that brain box.
That's where it is.
Wow. That's cool though. Twitch running someone on Twitch being like, this would be cool. Let's give people some audience. They might enjoy it. Yay!
Tips have a very good point there.
What's that?
Ryan, yes, I wonder how YouTube Red is doing. Tip says, I don't know anyone that has YouTube Red, and the fact that it's only available to 9% of the planet doesn't help.
Yeah, is it not only an American thing?
I think so. Like, we had to watch Good Game through non-legal sources, because I actually wanted to use YouTube Red for it, because I wanted to help fund it.
Yeah.
You know, to show support for it.
But we weren't going to like pay per episode, so.
No, it wasn't that. It was that YouTube Red is not available in Ireland.
Yeah.
So I went on to try and like see if I could go to YouTube Red, and it's not available in Ireland. So we had to find another way to watch it.
Yeah.
The only reason I heard of YouTube Red was because of the Good Game.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because I was like, oh, they've got a trailer for something on their channel. YouTube Red, eh? I guess that's what happens when you just like, there's only a couple of YouTubers that you really watch on a regular basis.
Yeah. I mean, I think they had other people, but they, controversy and stuff.
Huh?
I think there was people that were on it but got kicked because
what?
of controversy on YouTube Red. That like YouTubers that I'd heard of before.
I'm sorry, wait a sec, what did you...
I think PewDiePie might have been on YouTube Red but got kicked because of his Nazi video or some shit like that.
What do you mean on YouTube Red? I thought YouTube Red was just like Netflix for YouTube. Like,
I mean, he had a show on it or something.
oh, he had a show on it, and the show got cancelled.
I think so.
Okay.
But I might be making that up. I know, not making up. I might be misremembering events.
Yeah, Tiff, that sounds super interesting. Minefield.
Expanding your mind field. Carter says his whole show got cancelled.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't even know PewDiePie had a show. But, now I do.
Yeah, in the context of it being... it's a shame though.
Yeah. I mean, in a way, poor PewDiePie. In another way, he was a complete idiot.
Yeah.
So, limited sympathy, but still, like, to anyone who loses anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, I always feel a pang of, oh. Even if the reason is their own idiocy. Yeah, Hardik has a good point too. A lot of people worked on that show. Like, it wasn't just PewDiePie who got punished.
That's true, yeah. His whole show got cancelled. It got cancelled because some media company decided to take his videos out of context to show that he supports Nazis, and yeah.
Which is like just the prime example of like
False news.
lynching YouTubers.
Yeah.
And people's like need for controversy.
It was like that guy who got his girlfriend's dog to do a Nazi salute to annoy her, and then he's like being convicted for it and stuff like that.
I
And
just think that it was illegal to do a Nazi salute anyway. I thought it was just in very, very poor
like,
taste.
Distasteful, yeah.
Like, I didn't think it was an arrestable offence.
I think it's because it was broadcast. Or some shit like that.
Yeah, but broadcasting something that's not illegal doesn't make it illegal.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like we could perhaps be directing our policing efforts to more important stuff.
Quite possibly.
But Yeah, that's a very good point, Hardy, because his whole show got cancelled, so it wasn't just PewDiePie who was out of a job in terms of
Yeah, it was
that
everyone
show.
that was working on it.
Yeah, everyone who was working on it, like their job for the next however long was gone, which really sucks.
Good
like
point.
that really sucks.
Yeah.
I think maybe they should have let that show run until the end and then just not renewed it. Because that's something everyone could have seen coming.
Yeah.
And if he lost viewers on the show because of that, then he loses viewers on the show anyway. So.
Yeah, I think it's more like people higher up didn't want to be associated with it. Like it's almost like scapegoat.
Like they pulled funding.
Yeah, like, oh, we don't want to be associated with someone that has this sort of heat on them.
Yeah, which is fair for them. I guess because they have a business to run too and employees to support.
Yeah.
I guess it just put everyone in a very difficult situation, huh?
I'm very torn on the whole context thing. You know the Annoying Orange? It began as a parody of annoying children's content, but the main audience was young children. When you create a parody of something, you inevitably bring in the audience that thinks you're supporting them.
Yeah. So, on the Nazi thing, that would be, I'm doing this as a admittedly distasteful joke,
But
there are people who are like, he's representing us now.
that's, yeah, okay, I see. Yeah. You create content like that, you're empowering that school of thought.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we don't create parodies here at Doig and Swift. We only create homages to things that we like and enjoy.
I think that kind of stuff is like irresponsible.
Yeah.
So it's just not even irresponsible, just like not a good idea. Like immature, like you know it's a bad idea. But I don't believe the severity of the punishment matched the crime. I guess. I feel like it was overly harsh.
Like, give them a warning, or I don't know. It just depends. It's like, it's all freaking.
I think in general, like, just don't believe the first thing you read about people.
Yeah, I think there's like quick to judgment pattern happening.
But yeah, you guys are all completely right.
Plus, it's insensitive as well. Like, even if you're using them as a extreme. I think what he was doing was making. He was doing a comment on the Fiverr or something. Like, you could pay anyone to do anything. It's like, yeah, but don't.
Yeah, but he did it in a really. Like, it wasn't a smart way to do it.
No.
The problem is that YouTubers are kind of encouraged to
Act
be
out.
controversial and act out, yeah, because that's what gets them views. And like, if you're known to be a zany personality and that's what your YouTube audience expects, there's pressure to adhere to that.
Don't clickbait your life.
But yeah, just the way that he did it was something that people could have easily taken advantage of and did then to put a massive big stop in his career for a little while, which like sucks for PewDiePie if he's like a super nice dude who just made a bad judgment call, thought it would be funny and it wasn't.
Yeah.
Then it really sucks that he was punished for so long for that.
Brian's like, I need that on a t-shirt. Don't clickbait your life. That's probably something. I made it up, but it's probably something somewhere.
I don't know. It is now.
Oh gosh. The power.
I believe that people should be free to make what jokes they want to make, though. Is a thing. I just think, like, I just think being aware of how people feel as well is important.
Yeah. Like, anything historical deals with people. It's their past, it's their history. Did I just say anybody's history is someone's history? I didn't.
I have to be honest with you, I'm not exactly sure what you said. Or what you meant, rather.
Let's see if this created anything. It did. Let's see if it's usable.
Hardic, that's something that I think I feel the same way about. PewDiePie saying the N-word on the live stream and getting backlash for that. Like, there was massive backlash for that, and I do know a lot of other people have done it. And it's interesting because I grew up in a time when people would say that, and they would say it in a joking way, and it wasn't considered, like, it was considered offensive, but it was considered offensive in offensive in the same way that many other things are now considered, where they're kind of like edgy to say, but there's also a kind of camaraderie around it as well.
Right.
Where people know that you're not saying it in a serious way and you're kind of making fun of that whole thing. Anyway, it wasn't acceptable to say, but it was acceptable in the way that calling someone a bitch is acceptable right now. Like, you know, if you're fighting someone, you're like, oh, take it, bitch. Which is something that a lot of YouTubers say. It was acceptable in that kind of way for a while. And then suddenly it wasn't. And I understand why it wasn't. Like, I get it. And maybe it wasn't ever acceptable to begin with. But
I think tolerance just goes up and down rather
yeah,
than acceptability.
But it seems unfair for the tolerance to suddenly have swung so suddenly. You know, for people who were in the past had got used to being okay to say stuff like that, suddenly not being able to say it and then being punished for it. Like, I think we should all be more conscientious in general about what we say, but on the other hand, there's...
You were talking about punishing actions that are taken out of the time period in which they were done.
Yeah.
Like judging someone for their actions then with today's kind of I guess tolerance and acceptability.
Yeah.
And in both cases the action is the same, the action is equally wrong. But misunderstanding, miscommunication, or like nurture or whatever can play a big impact on
just
how people behave.
Yeah, just the social climate at the time plays a massive part. Also tips, yeah, I completely agree. I hate it. Online gaming culture is pretty toxic as a whole. It's like a really unfriendly place to be.
Yeah.
Like, I understand smack talk. But I don't know, I like my pure humour. I like my my wholesome humour.
Yeah.
Like, I only enjoy people talking shit, really, when they're doing it to make fun of how stupid it is to talk shit.
But then that's parodying.
Yeah, that's parody or satire. Which I enjoy, but yeah, I agree. Online gaming culture is like horribly toxic and not a space I think I ever want to exist in.
Yeah, I'd rather just play online with friends.
With friends! But yeah, social context is a massive part of it. Like, a lot of people who are very vocally opposed to stuff nowadays, I feel like if we were back in the 18th century, may have been part of the problem because it was then socially acceptable. So I just think it's interesting. I don't blame them because, like, context is one of the only things we have to judge actions by. So, you know, we're all...
Bad people.
Yeah, we're all judging what we do by what we've been taught and what we know at the time.
Minecraft gamers are the best gamers.
I never really played Minecraft. Are they super wholesome? Are they just like, let's build a wood cabin?
I remember that kid that my parents were childminding telling me about how he was trolling his friends by like exploding their house.
So cool. I remember seeing a lot of arts made by people on Minecraft where they would build giant like pixel sculptures and stuff. I always thought that was super cool. It's kind of like digital Lego.
What's squid bagging?
Squid bagging? Oh my gosh, that sounds so awful already.
And that's very wholesome.
Squid bagging. Yeah, Splatoon does seem very wholesome. Tips. That's one of the reasons I like Nintendo. Is Nintendo kind of encourages a wholesome atmosphere. Like I really like the Splatoon. Are they tournaments? They do these big events every month where everyone gets put into 2 different teams, and I think they get put into the teams just randomly.
Right.
Where you get assigned a team, and then there's like a giant fight to decide which team wins.
Okay.
But they always choose the 2 teams to be named after something which is divisive, but not serious enough to actually get annoyed over.
Like Marmite or something like that.
Yeah, exactly, like mayo versus ketchup, cats versus dogs.
Ah, gotcha.
So it's stuff that people can get behind, but not the kind of thing that's going to incite people to actually be assholes from them. And there's a whole like sense of fun around the entire thing that I think is really cool.
Happy anniversary, Elaine.
Happy anniversary, Elaine!
Yeah, it's cool to be like mock divided on something. Like where you're like enjoying
the competition.
Or adversarial, but then you laugh about it together later.
Yeah. Exactly, it's got that great sense of people all being friends even though they're playing against one another. Which is really nice.
Squid bagging is when you repeatedly flip between squid and kid while jumping in the air, so you just look like a weird flippery thing.
Give people the functionality to do something like that, and they will find the way to make it as ridiculous as possible.
Chain brush isn't working really. Put it there.
That's really fun.
And Aline is doing a master study from memory, and she's laughing it so bad. It's not going well at all, to the point where it's hilarious.
A master study from memory is super interesting.
Yeah.
Like, from memory. That's crazy.
I mean, did you look at it at all before starting?
I like it. I like how crazy that is.
You're crazy, Aline, you're crazy.
Like, it must be really interesting to see which parts you have completely forgotten about versus which parts you put like priority on. There's also currency in the game you can only get in Splatfests, so that must be what they're called.
Splatfest.
So encouraging people to take part. But I think that's really clever. Like, giving people a cause to get behind, but not making it something that ultimately matters.
Yeah, it's a really interesting approach. I wish sports did that more.
How would you apply it?
I don't know. It's just like hooliganism is not cool.
Oh yeah, like football.
Yeah.
Football matches where people are going crazy and like shoving people and getting into fights. And it's like, guys, it's a game.
Yeah.
That's literally like you like beating someone up over a hide and seek tournament. It's like, it's football. It's a game for your entertainment. It's people playing a game.
Yeah. It's fun, right?
It's meant to be fun. That was like the point of it when it started, I'm sure. Not worth murdering other human beings over.
Some people just want to watch the world burn and make s'mores.
Still have never made a s'more.
Okay. We need to do that then.
Yeah, have you?
I think I've been around people who did something with fire. It might have been s'mores.
Okay, from the way you said that, I thought it sounded like you were familiar with and had made s'mores.
I know the context in which s'mores are made and eaten, but I don't know if it was. Is marshmallow on a stick s'more?
No.
Okay, then no.
I believe a s'more is 2 bits of biscuit with chocolate, and then you put a marshmallow in the middle when it's toasted and squish them together.
Ah, okay. I don't think this page is quite as successful as the last one, but that's 9:10, so we must go.
I do like what Tim's just said though.
Welcome to the soccer game. Today we have Manchester United on the side of zombies or cooler versus Liverpool who are fighting for how awesome ghosts are. Let's kick a ball and have fun.
I wish.
Let's kick that ball, yeah. I'm gonna kick it, yeah.
Kick the ball, yeah. Gonna kick it.
Yeah.
Kick it. But yeah, we shall go and continue packing up our place because at 10 o'clock our landlord is coming and they're going to check out the stuff which is a bit dodgy and see if they can fix it before the next tenants move in.
So we need to make sure they can get a clear path to things.
And guys, we're moving tomorrow.
So we won't be here.
So yeah, which means there'll be no stream and also means the next time we stream on Monday, we're going to be streaming to you from a completely different place.
Hopefully the internet works.
So this is your last Anna Morning stream
In
from my current flat in Dublin.
Yeah. Don't name the address though. Not that it'll really matter after today.
The next people will get harassed by like one person sending them a nice picture.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a weird feeling. I mean, it probably means more to us than it does to you guys because a stream is a stream, no matter where it's from.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, this is the last stream from my current location.
So from us, may the rest. Oh, we'll still be in Dublin, but
yeah. And I do just want to say as well, like, super thank you to everybody, like everyone in the chat who has kept their fingers crossed for us.
For your love and support.
Yeah, been super supportive during our flat hunting time, which was really stressful and scary. And you guys like kept believing in us and just giving us support and telling us we could do it. And I'm really glad that we found a place that we can hang our hats for the next couple of months.
Yeah.
And yeah, just thank you guys for just being here and being cool. Like, it meant a lot when we were really stressed out and scared about how everything was gonna go.
Yeah, you've been through the worst of times. May we bring on the best of times.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay. So, may the rest
of your weekend,
yeah, be filled
with
adventure!
yeah.